Hi guys, I hope you're all doing well. So before we get started, be sure to leave a like and subscribe down below if you're not already. So since there really hasn't been any 5 Sauce slash Arzelia drama to update you guys on, I decided to make a video about modest management because one of you guys DM'd me on my Dose of Drama Twitter account a thing like saying how they make all these PR stunts and control their clients' lives and stuff. So right now I just googled modest management and these are the reviews and people are not happy with them. Mostly the directioners. Now this thing that one you guys sent me, it was like mainly about One Direction, and I read it. It was long, but I read the whole thing and it made sense. It was basically saying how Larry or Louis and Harry were a thing, and that modest management wasn't letting them come out, I guess. And it also talked about the relationships that were used for publicity, like Zayn and I think her name is Perry or whatever, and Louis and Eleanor. And that also makes sense because of Luke and Arzelia and Brianna and Ashton. So, modest management controls everything. They control their lives, they control their Twitter accounts, social media accounts. They control things that they shouldn't be able to control because of a contract. One Direction is under modest management, Little Mix is under modest management, which makes sense because of whichever one and Zayn. Also, Zayn leaving One Direction, I read in that thing that person sent me saying that he didn't want to be controlled by the management anymore, which would make sense because would you want every single aspect of your life being controlled without your consent? I mean, your consent being tied to a contract that you can't break unless you leave your band. 5Sauce is signed under modest management. Hey Violet is signed under modest management. We manage all aspects of our artists' careers, including writing, recording, touring, brand partnerships, merchandise, endorsements, theater, television, and publicity. So that right there, like this right here, especially manage all aspects, like they basically control their lives. And the only way to break free from that is either break the contract, which would get them in trouble, or leave the band, which is what Zayn did. Now, what really bothers me is the publicity part because they just want money. You know my whole take on the PR stunt with Arzelia. And I do believe that still she was getting paid by modest management to direct attention to her and Luke rather than the new album. I don't know why, but it just makes sense because it happened with One Direction and Zayn and Perry, I guess that's what her name is. I don't know, I don't listen to Little Mix. But it makes sense because they're just directing attention elsewhere rather than the band. So yeah, I'm sorry this video was a little long. Leave your guys' opinions down below because I'm curious as to what you guys have to say about this. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Hopefully I can film regularly within the next few weeks or so. Yeah, hope you guys have a wonderful day. You are beautiful, you are loved, you are so much stronger than you think you are. And yeah, take care.